If you're looking for a dirt bike, you may be wondering how much it costs. Prices vary depending on the make and model of the bike, but there are some general guidelines you can follow. In this article, we'll take a look at what factors affect the price of a dirt bike and how you can get the best deal possible. Normally, dirt bikes start anywhere from $3,000 to $6,000. However, some cheaper models can be found for less. Higher-end bikes range from about $4,000 to as much as you want to spend. The reason they have such price differences is that there are factors like branding, the type of dirt bike, maintenance, and more. In order to know what price your ideal dirt bike is, you need to know some of these factors. What factors go into the cost of a dirt bike? As I have already explained to you that dirt bike prices range a lot, and it has to do with the following. The brand of the bike. As you see with cars, different brands command a different price, so with bikes it is similar. BMW costs more than a Honda dirt bike, the same as a Ferrari costs more than a Hyundai car. The reason is they have already built themselves up as a premium maker and have higher standards which cost money to manufacture for. This means that a cheap bike from a well-known brand can be as much as a slightly more expensive bike from a not-so-famous brand. Is it a 2-stroke or a 4-stroke bike? 2-stroke dirt bikes are the cheaper of the two because they have fewer moving parts and require less engine maintenance. They also use oil mixed with gasoline, which enables them to mix oil into the fuel, which helps lubricate the engine. This, in turn, reduces friction and wear on your engine. They are also cheaper to maintain because you do not have to service them as often due to their simplicity. However, unfortunately, they are noisier than 4-stroke dirt bikes and emit more pollution for the environment because they are not as fuel efficient. What is the market like? Contrary to popular belief, there is no such thing as a bad year for bike sales, and this means that if the bike is well known and has good repute, then there will be people who want it regardless of whether or not it's a recession or boom year. However, if you are looking at a new bike, then there will be more of that model on the market, which can lower its value. And with that, it's worth bearing in mind that the general rule is the newer the bike, the more expensive it will be because its value has not yet taken into account any drop in demand. How much maintenance it will need. Sometimes the cheaper bikes can be more expensive than they at first seem because you will have to spend even more money on maintenance. It pays to look at a bike's track record and find out how many owners it has had, as that can also give you an idea of its quality, good or bad. Remember that motorcycles are essentially very simple machines, and the more moving parts it has, the more areas where something can break down. How much will the insurance cost? It's a sad fact that bikes are one of the most stolen vehicles out there. However, there are a couple of things you can do to prevent this from happening, such as parking in a secure garage or investing in alarms and immobilizers. Even the best-kept bike will not be safe if it is stolen, so make sure you take out enough insurance to cover its replacement cost. The materials used to manufacture. This one is pretty obvious, but since aluminum alloy has become very popular for making frames because of how light they are, it means that bikes made with other materials can be cheaper. And on the other hand, some manufacturers sell bikes made with expensive materials at a lower price because they want to attract customers looking for higher performance models. The key is to balance what you are willing to spend with what type of dirt bike you want. It may sound easy enough, but it can be difficult, especially if this is your first bike. So for that reason, it is always advisable to shop around and find the best deal you can in order to get the most bang for your buck.